This video is sponsored by the subscribe button, as we are going for 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Hello there, welcome to the channel, and welcome on to one of the most exciting videos that I've made so far about 2026 LEGO news, because today we have official pictures of all of the March 2026 LEGO DC sets. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, as well as by leaving a like on the video. But with all of that out of the way, let's jump right in. Okay, now starting off with the least exciting set in my opinion, this is going to be the 76332, the Batman Batmobile. This one comes in with 330 pieces and should be releasing on March 1st, 2026 for $30. So good price per piece there. This looks amazing. Just as a first glance, this is a massive improvement from the 2021/2022 set from the Batman, and this looks like a great set for $30. And if we take a look at the back of the box, you can take a look that in the Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight video game, you can actually have a gold version of the Batman's Batmobile if you like purchase this set, or it gives you a code of some sort. So that's really cool. And don't even get me started on this Batman minifigure, Robert Pattinson. This is one of the best Batman minifigures I think we've ever gotten. The design is immaculate, it's spectacular, and LEGO is really knocking it out of the park with all the set minifigures in these sets in March. The next set is the 76331 Batman vs Superman Batmobile, coming in with 110 less pieces than the previous set with 220 pieces. This one is also going to cost a rumored price tag of $30, but this is a much better looking Batmobile. This is a super nice design, and I'm so happy that we're getting this. I think the biggest downside for a lot of people, aside from the fact that it's just a Batmobile, not a playset of any sort, this is going to be lacking a Superman minifigure, because even in the name, Batman versus Superman, we're just lacking that one extra minifigure that I think would have taken this set a lot further. And the minifigure of Ben Affleck as Batman is phenomenal as usual. This is a great variant, a great updated version from what we saw about 10 years ago back in 2016. I really love that printing on the torso. The metallic silver is just phenomenal. This looks like a great minifigure and possibly one of the best Batman minifigures. I feel like maybe a little bit of arm printing would have went a very long way with this minifig. But on the back of the box, you can also see that you can get a gold variant of this Batmobile in the Legacy of the Dark Knight video game, which I think is just super cool. I really like that they're tying this in with the video game, because if you own the video game, then it'll urge you to buy the sets, and if you own the sets, it will probably urge you to buy the video game as well. So it's definitely a win-win for LEGO and TT Games. So I think this is a fun concept. I hope that we continue to see more of these sets based on the game. I would love to see more play sets, not just vehicles. Maybe a sort of Wayne Manor playset, some sort of Batcave playset, but that's enough yapping. Let's jump into the very next set. Now onto the final Batmobile, but not the final set. We have the 76333 Batman and Robin Batmobile, coming in with 272 pieces, also apparently a $30 set. And this is the very first Batman and Robin set that LEGO has ever made. Honestly, a lot of people never expected this to happen due to how poorly those films were received. And the minifigure in this one also looks great. Unfortunately, we don't have an up-hand look, but we can just see him through the box pictures. This looks really good. I'm a big fan of this design. It's going to be something different than the normal Batmobiles. This is just a wacky sort of style of Batmobile, and I'm all here for it. And I'm sure you saw it coming, but this is also unlocking a gold variant of this Batmobile in the Legacy of the Dark Knight video game. And this really just gives me hope that we'll see more Batmobiles. Maybe we'll see an Arkham Knight version of the Arkham games in a LEGO set. That would just be super cool. And I know Batmobiles aren't people's #1 choice for LEGO sets to get from the DC line, but if that's what LEGO is doing, we might as well expect the best possible Batmobiles. And I feel like these three that we just looked at were some of the best versions that LEGO could have done at a small $30 scale. I feel like this now opens up the door to more like, the $200, $250 sized versions Batmobiles of these three that did just release, and I think this opens up the door to a lot more possibilities for LEGO to make sets based off the Legacy of the Dark Knight video game, which is just my big hope. But finally, what may be the most disappointing set in my opinion of the March 2026 wave, we have the 76330 Batman logo, coming in with 678 pieces. This one should be costing $80 when it releases on March 1st, alongside all of the Batmobiles we just took a look at. And goodness gracious, guys, I'm out of words, because not only is this just like such a generic version to make a Batman logo, this is a huge missed opportunity, because I feel like the Batman minifigure that they're getting, I believe that's the same one that we've seen in a lot of sets, and then they just recolored it in gold for this set to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Lego Batman, going back all the way back to 2006. And this is the most generic version of the logo line so far. I mean, I think the Star Wars one isn't great, but it is also $20 cheaper, and you get a small Easter egg reference. I don't see any Easter eggs from this look here, and I don't think this is going to satisfy a lot of fans, especially people who were hoping for more 20th anniversary based sets. This is just a gold-plated Batman. This doesn't appear to have any unique printing, and you get a small 20th anniversary tile piece, and this is just so underwhelming. This is not great. Just take a look. You know, we got a Star Wars logo for the Star Wars theme, we got a Marvel logo for the Marvel theme, and then for the DC theme, we're getting a Batman logo. I mean, maybe Lego's looking at, like, you know, this is the Batman theme, but no, Batman is part of DC. I believe he's under the sub-theme of DC Studios, so this is just doesn't make sense. Maybe they're trying to capitalize off the fact that Batman is still relevant, but so is DC. The whole DC universe with the Superman movie, that is still very relevant, and I think that had it been a buildable DC logo, that would have just been so much cooler, in my opinion. I think a Batman logo is just something that's going to be a shelf warmer aside from that one minifigure, and again, you could probably buy that minifigure for like $20 off of Bricklink or eBay or Brick Economy. Well, whatever. I mean, I don't think it's the worst possible thing Lego could have done, but it is very bad. It is a terrible idea to release this, in my opinion. I'm sure it'll sell fine because of the minifigure, and it's just doesn't make much sense for the diehard fans because, like, they've been asking for more sets, non-Batman related, you know, and we're only getting 2 Batman minifigures. They're pretty much the same figure, just recolored in a different paint. So I think this wave has 3 really strong Batmobiles. My personal favorite is the Batman versus Superman Batmobile. That one is just amazing. I really love that Ben Affleck Batman minifigure. Same with the Batmobile design. It's just really sleek. For just 220 pieces, it doesn't seem that small. I think it still seems to be sturdy. It seems to be, no, it's chunky. It's a decent sized Batmobile. So there's definitely a lot to look forward to if you're a fan of the Batman versus Superman movie. And then finally, the other 2 Batmobiles, I actually haven't seen either of those 2 films yet. You know, I haven't seen the Batman, haven't seen Batman and Robin. So I need to actually watch those. Maybe I'll like those Batmobiles more once I see the movies. But I am still a little bit concerned for the future of Lego DC because this is not a great sign. 3 Batmobiles and a logo, in theory, is not great. People will be excited, but then they'll realize that's all that we have on shelves that have released through 2026, and I'm really hoping that soon we get news that we're getting, you know, a full wave of sets in the summer, whether or not they're based off the legacy of the Dark Knight video game. I really don't care, as long as we get something, not just Batman. If we see a bunch of Batman villains, that would be cool. Like, people just want to see more than Batman and Joker, and I think that's what Lego really needs to understand. But I do appreciate you watching this video. If you did enjoy, please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you are still watching this, I really am so thankful that you sticked around this long. Make sure to have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll keep you guys updated on any future Lego leaks and rumors, so make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. Make sure to have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.